Hello, I'm John Cunningham, and welcome to another episode of the RedChip Money Report. For those of you new to the show, RedChip is an investor relations, media, and research firm focused on emerging growth companies. Our unique platform combines global multimedia with traditional investor relations, reaching investors around the world. Today's show features interviews with executives of two public companies. First up is Alarum Technologies, stock symbol ALAR on the NASDAQ. Alarum Technologies is a global provider of cybersecurity and privacy solutions for both enterprise customers and consumers. Later in the show, you'll learn how they are executing their plans for rapid growth in this multi-billion-dollar global market when we speak with the company's CEO. Next up is BullFrog AI, which recently IPO'd on the NASDAQ and trades under the stock symbol BFRG. BullFrog is focused on tech-enabled drug development. Its proprietary BF Leap analytics engine is derived from technology that's been developed at the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Lab. This powerful tool enables BullFrog to analyze massive, complex, multifactorial data sets to enable the successful development of pharmaceuticals and biologics. This analytics tool predicts which patients will respond to therapies in development. Later, you'll see an interview with BullFrog CEO Vin Singh, where he'll discuss BullFrog's AI technology and how it could revolutionize drug development. Now, before we get to the first interview, our quote of the week. It comes from the book Small Stocks, Big Money. You can be happy with the companies you own, but you may not be happy with their stock performance. If you know what you're investing in and you're patient, you'll have a day when the market recognizes the value, but that may not be today or tomorrow. This quote comes from Byron Roth, CEO of Roth Capital, featured in Chapter 7 of Small Stocks, Big Money. This is a book of exclusive interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Get a digital copy on Amazon today for just $18. Now let's get started with our first interview today with Alarum Technologies.
We are here with Shakar Daniels, CEO of Alarum Technologies, which trades on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol ALAR. Shakar, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Alarum offers cybersecurity and privacy solutions to both consumers and enterprise customers through its two wholly owned subsidiaries. Shakar, let's start with a brief overview of your current operations.
So, as you mentioned, we have two business lines. One is the B2C, business to consumer. The second is the B2B, business to business. In our business to consumer, we can divide it again to two parts. One is the cybersecurity solution for our consumer, and the second is our privacy solution for our consumer. In the cybersecurity solution, we are providing a protective cybersecurity product that identifies, eliminates, and help avoid security and data breach threats. By how we do it? By detecting dangerous websites during our user browser usage, alerting and blocking those threats. By the way, this is one of our main competitive advantages. It's not just that we are alerting, we are also blocking. We have a very cool features in this product, and I can elaborate in another discussion. In our privacy solution, we are providing a product that helps our customers or consumers to take charge of their online privacy with a very powerful, secure, and encrypted connection. Meaning, at the end of the day, we are protecting the security and the privacy of our consumers. In the B2B side, we are allowing our customers to keep on their, which is our organizations, to keep on their anonymity in the website while they are collecting data. I don't know if you are aware or not, but in today's world, websites increasingly change their display according to demographic attributes. Meaning, if we will hit the same website from a different location or from different companies, we might be misled on purpose and see different data. Organization wants to see a real and transparent data and to collect data in scale. So they are using our millions of exit points, our great SaaS product, in order to collect data and to keep on their anonymity, and especially to do it in scale and to get in transparent and real data.
Shakar, you have said publicly that Alarum is on the pathway to profitability, and your revenue growth has been nothing short of remarkable. 91% CAGR between 2018 and 21, growth accelerating in the first 9 months of 2022, with revenues increasing 109% year over year. What is driving all that growth?
As I mentioned in the previous question, great product, great sales and marketing team, good brand of quality and stability. And that's why we invest so much in the last year in order to take the company to be exactly in the place where it should be, in a space that is not so crowded, in a place that we have a significant competitive advantages. And according to this, we build a great brand. And you know, there is an expression that says, if you have numbers, you don't need stories. So the numbers are talking on behalf of themselves. You see the CAGR, especially take a look in the not only annually, but quarter after quarter, we are growing. And besides of it, quarter after quarter, only last year, during the year, we reduced our loss in more than 50%. The trend is still here. This quarter is still in the same trend of growing and reducing burn rate. And we see the profitability just ahead of us.
Cybersecurity, privacy, two gigantic areas. Just how big is the market opportunity for your solutions?
Both markets are billions. I think that nobody needs to mention the level of awareness in the world today to cybersecurity and privacy. I think it's one of the biggest threats of anybody. Also, only in the last year, 47% of US citizens claim that they suffered from to be under identity theft attack. Meaning these markets are growing, everybody's talking about it, everybody's totally afraid about it, and we are just here in the right time with a great solution for our consumers and for our organizations.
All right, gigantic markets. How do you make money in these markets?
Again, two parts. In the B2C side, we have a very, very stable, solid formulas. From one side, we have one of the best team in Israel in marketing, sales, and media buying. We are buying media in the internet. We are advertising in the online advertising tools and platforms. And this is called CAC, which is consumer acquisition cost. From the other side, our target is to keep on the level of satisfaction of our consumers in order that they will stay with us as long as possible. It's called retention, or LTV, which is lifetime value. So at the end of the day, we have a low CAC, we have a great retention, a great LTV, and that's how we make money and build our future recurring revenue. In the B2B side, it's a question of awareness. In the last 2 years, we built our brand all over the world, and today I can say proudly that NetNut, our privacy solution for organization, is ranking between the big 4 or the big 5 brands of the world in this growing space. So most of our customers are approaching us in inbound approach, and we have a great gross profit. So every customer is profitable for us using our millions of exit points and our great product that can take us to we are already profitable in this business line, and we will be more and more in the future.
Shakar, management is key to the success of smaller cap companies. I want to know more about you. Talk about some of the other key players on your team as well.
All right. So I joined Alarum something like 8 years ago. After my previous startup that I worked for, the name was PrimeSense. It had been acquired by Apple, which is a huge crowd for us, for almost $500 million. And then I joined the forces of Alarum. Over the time, we succeeded to engage with great talents from the Israeli cybersecurity and privacy ecosystem, from the famous intelligence unit of the Israeli army. And in the last 3 years, we successfully acquired one of the best 2 companies in this space in Israel, and their founders and CTOs and the key players in this companies not just left like after every acquisition or exit. They believe in our journey. They see that they can do much more in the future, so they stayed with me as my partners in the management team of Alarum to take this company to be an empire.
All right, great product, great market, great management team. Let's wrap it all up into an essential value proposition, Shakar. Why should investors take an interest in Alarum right now?
Okay, so in the last 3 years, we built two companies of Alarum, two very successful acquisition. We shifted the company from the crowded traditional market of the cybersecurity for organizations, a little bit right or left, to the privacy and cybersecurity for organizations and consumer. We build our brand. We build a stable product. We build a significant competitive advantage above our competition. And at the end of the day, you can see the numbers. We see an alarming spike in the revenues. We see a great reduction in the burn rate, meaning our operation become much more efficient. Our sales and marketing, by the way, fully automated, almost zero touch with our customers. Everything is automated, everything through the website. Everyone can do everything automated without any of our team spending time, money, traveling. And we think that we are in a reflection point that this company is just starting a way to be an empire in aerospace.
You really do make the case that you're at an inflection point, Shakar. Congratulations and best wishes to you on your pathway to profitability. And of course, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure for me.
Now, to get more information on Alarum Technologies, visit alarinfo.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. And it's all free, and you can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-RedChip to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. We also have a free weekly newsletter that you can subscribe to at redchip.com, featuring emerging growth companies like Alarum Technologies. Again, visit redchip.com and subscribe today. In addition to our newsletter, you can order Small Stocks, Big Money. This is a book written by RedChip CEO, featuring interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Get a digital copy on Amazon for just $18. Now let's move on to our next interview today with BullFrog AI.
We're here today with Vin Singh, the founder and CEO of BullFrog AI, stock symbol BFRG. Welcome to sunny Florida. Welcome to the studio, Vin.
Thanks, Todd. Great to be here.
I really want to congratulate you. You had an IPO recently, NASDAQ listing, and that's always a very exciting time.
Yeah, it's a great moment, a milestone for our company, and we're excited about the future.
AI is one of the hottest things going right now. It's all over the news. I guess since ChatGPT came out, it's really been getting a lot of juice. Why don't you tell us a little history about your AI?
So our AI comes from the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Lab, and that's one of the top institutions in the world, extremely innovative. They work on lots of amazing technologies. They spent a lot of time and money developing this AI platform. It's actually won awards there for Innovation of the Year. And it has an amazing ability to predict targets of interest in large, complex data sets. It's, in some ways, it's similar to what ChatGPT is. ChatGPT is what you call generative AI. And that means you're generating new content from existing content. So when you hear stories about ChatGPT being used to create, a new article or write a book, publish a book, in our technology, it's a similar approach. We take data, clinical data, real-world data, and we're able to generate new data, which are relational databases or relational networks. So we take that existing data, create these networks, and we can show relationships that were previously unknown. And from there, we can get insights and do the amazing things that we're looking to do with the drug development process.
The Johns Hopkins University is clearly an amazing partner to have in medical breakthroughs, and obviously the APL is doing all types of things. Maybe how did you get involved with them to begin with? That's just a little history.
I had a relationship with Johns Hopkins. I actually did my MBA there. And then learned about APL, which is a subsidiary of Johns Hopkins. And the reason I even started the company was I was looking for a tool that could help improve the odds of success in late-stage clinical development, because as you may or may not know, big pharma fails about 50% of the time in phase 3. And I thought, wow, that's a really big number. And for oncology and cardiovascular and CNS, that number is even higher. So, it just so happens that APL had a solution, and we were able to get worldwide exclusive rights to that solution for drug development applications.
Wow, that's an amazing feat for a relatively small company. I know you've only got about a little under 6 million shares outstanding, so very exciting time for you guys. You've got a couple of drugs already in the pipeline. In fact, one came out of the Johns Hopkins University. One of the programs already has some clinical data. Why don't you just give us a breakdown of your drug pipeline?
We do have a drug for glioblastoma, which is a very aggressive type of brain cancer. Johns Hopkins took the drug through a phase 1 trial, and it was successful, really looking for safety, but there were hints of other possibilities as well. And this was in newly diagnosed patients with glioblastoma. It was also tested on pediatric patients as well. So that was a phase 1. We also have another drug, also for glioblastoma from Johns Hopkins that's related to this first drug. So right now we're in the process of developing our strategy for how best to move forward with these 2 programs, right? Because we want to do what makes the most sense for our company and for patients, right? We want to be successful. And we're going to be looking to partner this program. And, we come to the table with the drug and our technology, and the partner would come to the table with resources and clinical experience. And our objective, like everything we do, is to advance this drug 1 stage and then flip it to big pharma. So that's really what our business model is. The second program is a discovery program we recently announced with the J. Craig Venter Institute. And that's where we are using our technology to effectively reprogram a herpes virus to attack colorectal cancer cells. So we're basically taking the genome from a herpes virus and swapping out pieces of it to find the optimal combination so that these herpes virus particles actually go after a colorectal and attack the colorectal cancer cells without harming healthy cells or having off-target effects. So that's a really exciting discovery phase project. And again, our objective here is to take this program, advance it 1 stage, and then partner it. And we're going to keep repeating that cycle.
Sounds amazing. That sounds like something out of the Bourne Identity or something. So next level technology for sure. Could your AI, you think, give that program a better chance? How would that work?
Well, absolutely. I mean, because this is a very complicated problem that we're trying to solve. So when you have very large data sets, complex data sets, and you're trying to make predictions, which is what we're doing here. We're trying to predict which combination of genes is going to allow this reprogrammed herpes virus to do what it wanted to do. You need a technology like AI, machine learning, to achieve that.
What do you think is causing all this fervor and excitement around AI in the market?
Well, I think AI is starting to mature. Hearing about ChatGPT and all the amazing applications, that's brought it to the consumer. Everybody can now get access to AI. And as we continue seeing success stories and the value it can add, making people's lives easier, more efficient, and that's no different in healthcare. We're seeing AI being applied in drug discovery, imaging, the things that we're doing, which are discovery all the way to clinical development. as we keep hearing success stories about AI, I think people are getting more and more excited about it, and it's just proving itself to be a very valuable tool with tremendous potential.
How do you think your algorithms might separate you apart from, let's just say your traditional, there's a lot of biotech AIs out there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that. We think that most AI companies in the healthcare biotech space are using open source algorithms. Our algorithms are proprietary. They were developed at the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Lab. And a paper was published where our algorithms went head-to-head against the other open source algorithms that are being used today, where about a dozen different data sets were analyzed. Our algorithms came out on top for speed and accuracy. So we know that we have something special that appears to be better than what others are using today, and we think that gives us an advantage. And it's not something you see very often where a company is publishing head-to-head against the competition. So I think that's giving us a lot of confidence, a lot of optimism, and it's a objective proof point that you can't debate it. The data's there. APL has more than 6,000 engineers and scientists. They develop all kinds of amazing technologies related to national defense, space exploration, robotics, things like that. Our platform won Innovation of the Year at APL, and that's a big deal. So we're coming from real quality. The core of our company is real quality.
Vin, what is the, why don't you bring it home for the audience today? What is the essential value proposition? Why should our audience consider investing in BullFrog AI today?
We are a tech-enabled drug development company. So we're an AI company applying our technology to the problems in drug development. Our value proposition is this. Drug development is a very long and expensive and high-risk project. Okay, you're talking about 10 to 15 years, $1 to $2 billion. We believe we can increase the chances for success. And when we do that, it's going to impact the entire healthcare infrastructure. The pharmaceutical companies are going to win, BullFrog is going to win, patients are going to win because they're going to get access to drugs that work for them. Even insurance companies are going to win because half the drugs they are reimbursed for don't even work. The end result of all of that is very expensive therapies for all of us. We all take medications, or we're going to take them in the future, and we believe that the things that we're doing will ultimately make these therapies more affordable for all of us. So what BullFrog is doing is ultimately going to touch all of us.
Amazing stuff, Vin. About 1.5 million shares in the float, and already the trading volume even today is exciting. The trend is your friend. It's starting to go. So I could certainly see some very exciting times ahead for the investment community. And of course, it's always great to help patients and the healthcare system become more efficient, more precise. Really, I want to thank you for spending the time with us in Florida. I'm looking forward to our road show the next couple of days. And thanks again for being with us, Vin.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Now to get more information on BullFrog AI, visit bfrginfo.com. You'll see research reports, fact sheets, presentations, and the latest videos. It's all free. You can even subscribe to email alerts to stay on top of the latest news. You can also call 1-800-RedChip to speak to a specialist if you have any questions. We also have a free weekly newsletter you can subscribe to at redchip.com, featuring emerging growth companies like BullFrog AI. Again, visit redchip.com and subscribe today. In addition to our newsletter, you can also order Small Stocks, Big Money. This is a book written by RedChip CEO, featuring interviews with some of the biggest players in the microcap space. Get a digital copy on Amazon for just $18. Now let's recap the companies you met today. First, you met Alarum Technologies, stock symbol ALAR on the NASDAQ. Alarum's innovative products, 7 consecutive quarters of revenue growth, and aggressive expansion plans in the attractive and rapidly growing privacy and security market provides a compelling opportunity for early investors. Growth accelerated in 2022, and its highly scalable business model boasts gross margins of greater than 50%. 3 analysts cover Alarum with a medium price target of $7.75 per share. This provides significant upside potential for current investors. Again, to learn more about Alarum, visit alarinfo.com. Then you met BullFrog AI, stock symbol BFRG on the NASDAQ. The average cost of a new drug is $2.6 billion, and it typically takes over 8 years before it will reach the market. BullFrog is deploying its proprietary BF Leap platform for use at several critical stages of development. The intention is to streamline data analytics and lower the overall development costs for new therapeutics by decreasing failure rates and potentially impacting the lives of countless patients that may have otherwise not received the therapies they need. Again, to learn more about BullFrog AI, visit bfrginfo.com. Again, if you have any questions about any of the public companies featured on today's show, please call us at 1-800-REDCHIP or email us at info@redchip.com. In closing, remember, while small caps can provide significant gains, you must be prepared for the downside. Small cap stocks are among the most volatile asset class. Some of the companies featured on this show are RedChip client companies, and we may own stock in these companies. So please always read our disclosures at redchip.com. Thanks for being with us today. We'll see you next week with some new exciting emerging growth companies.